Biden signs executive order drastically tightening border. He has faced political pressure as migrants have continued to arrive at the U.S.-Mexico border. Facing mounting political pressure over the migrant influx at the southern border, President Joe Biden on Tuesday signed an executive order that will temporarily shut down asylum requests once the average number of daily encounters tops 2,500 between official ports of entry, according to a senior administration official. The border is not a political issue to be weaponized, Biden said in the White House speech announcing the order. The shutdown will go into effect immediately since that threshold has already been met. A senior administrative official said the border will reopen only once that number falls to 1,500. But President order would come under the Immigration and Nationality Act section 212F and 215A, suspending entry of non-citizens who cross the southern border into the United States unlawfully. Senior administration officials said Tuesday in a call with reports that individuals who cross the southern border unlawfully or without authorization will generally be ineligible for asylum, absent or exceptionally compelling circumstances unless they are accepted by the proclamation. The official said that migrants who don't meet the requirements of having a credible fear when they apply for asylum will be immediately removable, and they anticipate that we will be removing those individuals in a matter of days, if not hours. The White House conveyed details of the long-awaited move to lawmakers on Monday, but confirmed details of the executive order Tuesday morning ahead of planned remarks by the president in the East Room of the White House alongside mayors from several border towns. It's definitely a step in the right direction, said Texas State Representative Eddie Morales Jr., whose district includes Eagle Pass, one of a number of steps that are necessary for us to be able to secure the border. In 2018, the Trump administration tried to enact similar border restrictions, but courts blocked them. The Biden administration now expects to defend the executive order against legal challenges. The executive order will also have some exceptions, including for unoccupied children. In a written statement, Donald Trump campaign spokesperson Caroline Leavitt claimed that exception would give a green light to child traffickers and sex traffickers, while reiterating the former president's rally cry that the border invasion and migrant crime would not stop until crook Joe Biden is departed from the White House. Republican lawmakers are slamming the move as too little, too late. Biden created a crisis at the border intentionally, said Senator Kevin Cramer. The executive action has more political risk than political benefit, particularly because his own base is going to reject it. But the White House has repeatedly argued that it was congressional Republicans who have failed to act on immigration. Earlier this year, Trump urged House GOP members to kill a bipartisan border funding bill that had been negotiated in the Senate. At the time, House Speaker Mike Johnson and other Republicans said that the Senate bill didn't go far enough, and they argued that a more hardline immigration bill in the House was preferable. President Biden has led a historic opening of lawful pathways for individuals to and including families to enter the United States through a lawful process, including the CBP, one mobile application to request an appointment to present at a port of entry, as well as family reunification programs in countries throughout the region and the historic parole process for Cubans, Haitians, Nicaraguans, and Venezuelans, senior administration officials said. And so this measure that we are announcing today comes alongside those lawful pathways. The executive action comes on the heels of a historic presidential election in Mexico, and just as the campaign in the U.S. ramps up, Trump has a 3-point edge will register voters on the question of which candidate would better handle immigration and border security, including 23-point edge among Latino voters, according to a late March CNBC national poll. Many immigrant advocates are furious at the president's harsher immigration policies and argue the changes would cause chaos. It is betrayal of what we were told in his campaign 4 years ago, said Lindsay Kozlowski, the executive director of the California-based Immigrant Defenders Law Center. We were told that President Biden would be restoring humanity at our border, but what we are seeing is that history is repeating itself.